Hey, everybody. This is Let Me See Your Transcript, your very favorite history teacher. How are you doing? How are y'all doing this afternoon? Coming on a little bit earlier today. We had a I guess a drill today at our school. So it was the last period of the day. And so found out later on it wasn't just a drill. We actually had a little bit of an emergency. And luckily, we all followed instructions, got the kids out, got them back in. It was time for dismissal. Um, so I decided, okay, let me come on a little bit early and talk about these two things that is going on. So last time I talked to you about the fact that the United States is importing um, white immigrants and saying that they're refugees. And these people are actually very well off in their own country, in South Africa. And they're using the word genocide. But the statistics show from not only from South Africa, but from other countries and from some other white and black South Africans who live in South Africa. But the president is going on the, recommendation of Elon Musk, who no longer lives there. He lives here in the United States, but he was raised in South Africa. His father is from there. His mother is from Canada. But anyway, so I think it was Sunday or Monday. 59. It's supposed to be 80 coming to the United States, but 59 are coming. 59 have arrived. And so if you look at my picture, the second one at the bottom, you will see that I circled a certain person. So I'm going to say allegedly, this is the man that they found tweets of his that are anti-Semitic. And so if you know, from the last 4 months, Marco Rubio has been taking visas away and trying to take green cards away and having ICE arrest protesters who was protesting the Israel bombing of Israel bombing Gaza. And a lot of the demonstrations were pro-Palestine, but they think of it as Trump administration. And some other people think of it as being anti-Semitic. No, they're anti-Israel, pro-Palestine. They feel like Palestine and Palestinians are being oppressed, unfairly killed. And the Hamas is a Palestinian, I guess say nationalist domestic terrorist against Israel organization, but not all Palestinians support that organization. But unfortunately, every time Hamas does something, all the Palestinians get the business from Israel. And unfortunately, the United States is always backing it. President Biden negotiated a ceasefire before they left, which also meant that Israeli prisoners and Israeli hostages and Palestinian prisoners were exchanged. But then, unfortunately, Netanyahu, a few days later, he is bombing Gaza again. And unfortunately, our president talking about he wants to make Gaza the Riviera of the Middle East. And it's like, you want to displace the Palestinians who are living there? And isn't that what Israel's already doing? So, yeah. Very much U.S. imperialism of 1890s, 1918. I'm just saying. It's just, yeah. But right now, I just feel like the Trump administration, for the most part, I disagree with all the mass deportations they're doing. They said, and I quote, we're taking the ones who are criminals first. And they said, it's MS-13 trend to Agua. And unfortunately, the people that they sent to the CCOT prison in El Salvador, not all of them got due process like they're supposed to have. And some people were not actually members of MS-13 or Tren de Agua. The ICE agents are not always identifying themselves. Doesn't have all the paperwork, the warrants, and things of that nature. Even though Christine O got in front of I believe it was the Senate and the House, and said, yeah, she does, but I disagree. Um, but one thing Christy Nome did say when she went to El Salvador, she stood in front of the CCOT. She said, hey, this is one of the tools. If you come to our country illegally and you do crime and all that kind of stuff, this is where you're going. So I'm just trying to figure out why y'all making a deal with a member of the Sonora Cartel. I'm thinking, isn't that cartel on the list for foreign terrorists? Are they not? Or is someone else? Like, what's the fool? Who's all on the list besides Trinidad Agua and MSRT? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out. So you kicking out other foreign terrorists, but then you letting others back in? Like, why? Okay. I'm trying to figure it out. And then on top of that, you took visas away from Mama Cabril and a few other Palestinian protesters who led protests or wrote articles, which is all protected by the First Amendment. And you took their visas away or had them detained. They had to use the legal system to get out of ICE detention. And y'all say because they're being anti-Semitic and that their presence on campus, what they did is contributing to the hostility against Jewish people. Even though some of the people who have allied with them are Jewish people who are against what Israel is doing. I'm just saying. So you got a white South African, you have a white South African refugee who's being anti-Semitic, and they found proof. How did y'all let him in? Christy and Marco, you need to send him back. If you was taking visas away and green cards and all kind of stuff, trying to take away somebody's TPS status in the middle of the goddamn night, you need to go find Carl Kleinhaus and put his ass back on the goddamn plane to South Africa. He got to go, but now he want to come out here. Shout out to the New York Times because they're the first ones who broke it last night. But also the Independent showed it, and also shout out to Reddit because I was actually able to find a tweet because I went over there to X, formerly known as Twitter, and guess what? Carl done. They said that in the articles that he had deleted some posts, but I was thinking like, okay, someone must have screenshotted it before he took it down. So I went over there to his page. He is protected now, so I put in a request to follow him. I don't know if he gonna say yes to me or not because he probably gonna look at my page and be like, nah, girl. I should have made him a different page, but never mind, I shouldn't do that. But guess what I did do, y'all? I put in his name, so I was like, well, what does he look like? Because there's a whole bunch of people that were there taking a picture with the little flags and everything. And then I also went to Reddit to see if I could actually find the actual tweet because they were paraphrasing a lot of things. And I said, I want some actual, what did he say? So I went to LinkedIn. And LinkedIn showed me a picture, y'all. So I'm going to say this is allegedly. By the way, Carl Kleinhaus, or the way he spells his name, this man is not, I don't know how he's designated as a refugee. I guess they said I guess when he applied, there was only one question was like one born in a couple questions. One, born in South Africa. Two, were you at risk of persecution or violence against you? And I guess he put down yes. And then the article's like, oh yeah, he just packed him, his daughter's son, and his grandson. So when I went to LinkedIn and I saw an account with his name on it, and I saw that there was in the profile, there was pictures of two men. And I said one was skinny, kind of skinny with glasses. The other one was kind of like, medium build, like this man right here. And I cut it off because he had a little like his grandson in the photo. So I didn't want to put the kid in the photo. And then I saw where he had retweeted some things that he was doing at work. I did see someone who looked like son, someone who looked like could be a daughter and a grandchild. Then there was someone, I believe it was his daughter, that he retweeted. She has her own account, and her job says she's the director at the company, and he's listed as the co-owner. So he owns what's called a granite company. They basically mine granite. Like, how you have those granite countertops in your kitchen? That's the stuff that he mines. And also I saw that he had some black workers. I did see that on there as well. So I'm just thinking about his company is called Honey Badger Granite. And I was like, he got a whole company that he co-owned? And he needed to come over to the United States as a refugee? And if that was the pictures I saw that he shared of his daughter, grandson, his son, daughter, and grandson, were those the same people that came over here with him? Because that's probably the same people who came with him. So I'm like, well, who's running the company? The partner? Or are they gonna try to get them like a U.S. headquarters of the Honey Badger Granite? And I'm just like, okay. But anyway, I did, so looking at this photo and then going back to the previous photo, I making inference, drawing a conclusion that this man right here on the right hand side of the photo, I'm thinking that is Carl Kleinhaus, because I've been trying to find a picture of this man. And I was like, he has to be real, So, but I was still trying to figure out which one could be his daughter or his grandson, because I was like, because the one that I saw that he shared had blonde hair, and I was like, I don't see too many blondes who look like her, but the girl in front of him though, I'm thinking like, well, she could have dyed her hair. She's got the glasses, but I don't know. So maybe someone else hopefully will do a little bit more digging and they'll, come to a much more concrete conclusion. So I'm going to say allegedly that is Carl Kleinhaus. But I am going to show you his actual tweet that someone was able to screenshot before he deleted it, before he closed his account. So this is what Carl Kleinhaus, remember they're Afrikaners, they're descended from Dutch, and I think, Dutch people in South Africa. So he says, this is what he says, this is called Carl Kleinhaus. He says, Jews are untrustworthy and a dangerous group. They are not God's chosen like they like to believe they are. Where is the temple that must be their concern? Leave us alone. We all believe in the God of Abraham, Moses, and Jacob. I almost said something ugly. He had a little yellow symbol with a zip. He said that back in 2023. Now, there's some other things he said, too. This is what I was able to find. It wasn't a paraphrase. It was from the Twitter, the ex-formerly known as Twitter. Now, I'm trying to say to myself, y'all are over here taking visas, taking green cards, y'all are detaining people, trying to ship them back to their country, and they're like for being anti-Semitic. This man had all these tweets, and y'all, Marco, Christy, how he slipped through? Cause of Elon already did a Nazi salute, so it's okay for them to be anti-Semitic, be like acting like a neo-Nazi and stuff. Cause they know Elon, cause he's a 21st century rubber man. Or cause they white refugees, it's okay. Huh? Because right now, I'm gonna need you to go get Carl and take his ass back to South Africa. He gonna have to go. You gonna have to treat him like he treated the others. As far as his son, his daughter, and his grandson, that like they've been separating everybody else's family. Oh, they can stay here. If not, let's not give them due process and ship all four of them back. Just yeah, it's his fault. He shouldn't have been out here tweeting this stuff, being anti-Semitic. Isn't that supposed to be a cause for rounding folks up, y'all? I mean, come on now. What'd you say, Marco? Off tough with your chest. Come on, you didn't come over here to study. You didn't come over here to be a rabble rouser, cause trouble. Yeah, he came over because he was a refugee. He was fearing violence. Not to come over here and be anti-Semitic. Oh, you forgot to put that. Yeah, and then they said last month, oh, the DHS and they were gonna be what was they gonna be doing? The South African refugees were going through a vetting process. Well, y'all missed something. Did y'all find some people? Y'all they slipped through the crack. Somebody take Christy now back up in there and Marco and ask him about this. Ask him about, like, come on now, you said, and I quote, the reason why you were going after these protests because they were being anti-Semitic and their presence on campus was being hostility to the Jewish students. These people gonna be in the goddamn neighborhood. By the way, they going to Buffalo, New York. Y'all better not bring that neo-Nazi shit up there. I'm just telling you right now. Buffalo already been through enough. They already had that man go to the supermarket and shoot up the place. They don't need this. They don't need that. Y'all need to go. No, that's how I feel. Please check out the links to the articles and the short video that I put in the description. Like, I feel like it's not fair. It's not fair. He anti-Semitic. He got to go back. He got to go back. Now you want to say he's actually a descendant of Jewish. He's what did he say he was? He's born from Jewish descendants. I know Jewish ancestors. Because I was thinking like his last name was Kleinhaus, and I was like, that sounds German to me. It sounds like somebody grandfather was okay. And then they also said he had some pro-Trump tweets, and he had one something that Trump said where someone was being beaten. But now he's trying to say like, oh, those were things that I shared, and I probably shouldn't have shared them because there were some videos he shared too. But I'm thinking like, sir, this right here, you can delete it all you want to, but somebody screenshotted it. You literally said a stereotype that is always given to Jewish people. This is something the Proud Boys would be okay with. Neo-Nazi group would be okay with. The Palestinian protesters were on campuses last year. They wasn't saying this. They were just saying like, hey, I want Israel to stop, killing all the people in Gaza. That should be, I support a state of Israel and a state of Palestine. Okay? But people are like, oh no, that's being anti-Semitic. No, it's not. This is being anti-Semitic. This is wrong and nasty. So when y'all gonna go pick up Carl? Huh? When y'all gonna pick up Carl and take him back? He gotta go back. He got a whole company he owns. When he get back though? So now you're importing white people to replace the other white people here. Now you're bringing in anti-Semitics to what? Replace the anti-Semitics that are already here. Okay, I'm trying to understand it. Okay, all right. Do you see the hypocrisy right here? It's just All right, don't what? God, don't be bringing it to Buffalo. So I saw this yesterday, but then I saw more and more of this today. This is Ovidio Guzman Lopez. He is like a junior or smaller member of, I guess, El Chapo's organization. And I guess his part of the organization is called Sonola Cartel. And so this is him being arrested in 2019. And I want to say he fled to Mexico. And then in 2023, Mexico extradited him back to the United States. Well, you know how Trump has declared certain organizations, most of them Latino, Hispanic Latino, as foreign terrorist organizations. Well, it seems that, or it is, you read the article that Ovidio Guzman Lopez has made a deal with the Trump administration. Basically, he's snitching on the other cartels that are on the list of foreign terrorists so that his family can come to the United States as refugees. So, and this is actually his 17 members of his family who a few days ago, they are on the Tijuana side of the border and they're waiting to get permission to cross the border and to go into, I believe, yeah, to go into the north side, go into California where they will be meted by U.S. agents. Most likely would probably be either DOJ, because I think the what do you call it? The deal was made through the DOJ, but you know DHS does handle you know the immigration and refugee and all that kind of status. So and I don't know if you can tell, but their faces are covered because they, unlike the white South Africans, these 17 people had to leave Mexico because they would have been killed. This man is snitching on the other cartels. These 17 people would have been killed. So this is them and all their suitcases. My thing is this, with the U.S. agents, well, the deputy director of the DHS and the deputy director of the Secretary of State, was they going to welcome these 17 people and give them all flags too? And give them a nice little welcome? We didn't get no video like that, did we? Oh, really? I wonder why. Wow. But the other one's supposed to be fleeing genocide by a South African country where they're the elites. Okay. Whew, Lord, can 2026 get here so we can start this blue phenomenon? I'm ready to vote. I'm ready to help vote some folks out. Okay, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. These 17 people, I would be okay with. You know what I'm saying? I would be okay. These people are actually refugees, y'all. They just happen to be family members of somebody who is in a cartel. Now, to be honest, usually don't the people in the cartel are somehow working with the cartel. Sometimes they are. Sometimes, they're just using the money to send them to college or send them to do some other things. Either way, somebody was gonna kill them because their family member, Ovidio Guzman Lopez, he was snitching, he was talking. Okay, all right. So, but y'all, please look at the two articles I put in the chat, and please look at the video. If I get any more verification on Carl Kleinhaus and these tweets, and also on Guzman Lopez's family, I will definitely let y'all know. But I just feel like they're supposed to be kind of like saying the system is supposed to be this place is for Americans, and if you're here illegally, and you got to get out. If you're being anti-Semitic, we're taking your visa away. You got to go, and then you over here welcome. If you're in a gang, you gotta go, but you're making deals with gang members, with cartel members. Okay, to me, you're contradicting what you've been telling us the whole time. It's okay if it's for some people. The DACA kids, they can't stay. Ones coming with his children, they can't stay. I'm sure they went through a due process, right? I'm just saying. So this is Let Me See Your Transcript, your very favorite history teacher. Thank you so much for listening to the last 20, almost 26 minutes. I appreciate y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe.